I just love that song. Anyway, that's called Just Ask. And that's my favorite bumper song. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Party Like a Writer. Half World Tour. Blackjack Kerouac. Magical Literary Mystery Tour. It's been a while since I've done a recording. It's been at least a couple of weeks, so got a lot of new stuff going on here. I got new lights. Adjusted the microphone. Last time the microphone, I was really hot, man. It was like I was potting out on the microphone. This time around, I think I got it just right, and I got a prop. See, there's no sound coming yet. Testing. The microphone is there. But I think I got the sound. So, this recording thing is, it's tough. So anyway, just welcome back, everybody. This is the episode 5 and 6. The episodes were originally supposed to be a half an hour, and they've been running long. So anyway, this is 5 and 6. I am your host, Raymond F. Quinton, writer, educator, publisher, thinker, genius. Yes, I said it again. Oops, I said it again. This Party Like a Writer series, which is featured on YouTube, on my radio stations, on podcast, wherever podcasts are streamed, all over the world, is basically my opportunity to talk about myself. It's a learning process, though, because I sincerely believe that when you process, when you think, when you process ideas, inevitably you have to tie it back to yourself and your experiences, your life experiences. And then those are the things that I believe, other people can identify with. So this series, which the intent is to do 64 of these, because I am 64 and still causing trouble, still stirring things up and loving it, right? So again, this is another episode. This is 5 and 6, and sort of this series, which I began a couple of months ago, is get to celebrate my life, celebrate your life, celebrate the world around us, to think, to process what's going on around us as writers, as people, as humans. And part of that process was going on a 6,000 mile. Oops, I don't want my camera to shut off on me. Don't shut off on me. Keep going. Okay, if you think you're with it. Okay. So part of the process was of this celebration of being a writer, and celebration of, the joy of being a writer and exploring and thinking and asking questions every day. Part of the process was to do a 6,000 mile van tour. So, and that is going to come like a crazy idea. And to, talk about writing, talk about life, talk about the world all along the way, do video logs, as I call them. And then also to celebrate the publication of my latest 2 books. Now, I have published 12 books. You'll see some samples of them here popping up on your screen, covering everything from relationships to some really cool children's books. So here is the sample of the 2 books that I published this summer. Again, celebrating book 12. I'm out of the newspaper and magazine business, but I was a prolific publisher, which I chose that vocation, not just to be a writer, editor, whatever. I like publishing. I like creating magazines and newspapers. So that's what I did 40 years or so. But right now, my children's book, which I've been telling people I was going to publish this thing for years, Banana Pizza. Really cool, fun things kids can make with a pizza, including a pizza airplane. So that's a lot of fun. I love reading to kids, and I read to kids in the park for 4 years as the featured author for Portland Park and Rec Summer Lunch Program. And I'm writing a documentary about that. As soon as it's done, I'll do some samples here. my second memoir book, number 2 of 3, The Writing Storm, book 2, T-O-O, exclamation mark. Again, my books, there's 3 in the series. And my niece's book, which is just fabulous. I helped my niece, Sophia, publish her book, The Journey of the Ballerina, A Story of Triumph. All books available on Amazon. Love this book too. So anyway, go to Amazon. Check that one out. Pictures are fabulous. It talks about, the struggles, the triumph of dealing with, the challenges of, racism and, the challenges of just, trying to achieve your dreams. And then there's some ancestor stuff in there. You see the ancestors in the background. It's pretty cool. All right, so anyway, check all those out. So, 6,000-mile tour this summer. I don't know, hundreds of hours of video logs. And then, so now the goal is to celebrate my life, to celebrate your life, to celebrate you. Thank you for being here, and the life of a writer. And, of course, I've had lots of great parties, too, because I believe that as a writer, you should have regular parties. Find a reason to celebrate. Find a reason to have a party. Doesn't matter. Invite all of your friends and invite all of their friends too. All right, so anyway, my challenge is, I start going in all sorts of different directions. So I'm going to try, because I want to keep this to 30, 40 minutes, but in case I forget anything, just you can always text me at 503-592-0383, 503-592-0383. You can always text me. You can call and leave a message. Let me know if there's anything that you like. Let me know if there's anything you want to talk about. Leave a rambling message about your life and your story. I'll feature it on the show if you do that. Okay, so we'll recap the last episode. You know why I'm doing this. It's a crazy idea. And, of course, that's very fitting for my life and my career. In the last episode, we talked a little bit about... of course, being a truck driver. I'm also a Teamster. See that there? And I've been a professional bus and truck driver for almost 10 years now. And here's a crazy thing. I never really thought that much about retirement. So again, you see how I meander? You see how it works? Well, that's okay. I'll pull myself back. So I've been a professional bus and truck driver for almost 10 years now. And that's pretty cool. But I've lived sort of that, creative bohemian artist lifestyle, going from one creative project to the next, finding this thing to explore, because I love learning about stuff. So getting a new job has never really been an issue for me. I think my battery's low, so I'm going to have to keep tapping this thing so it doesn't shut off on me. And so, it was sort of a professional bohemian lifestyle that has its advantages and has its disadvantages. And one of them is I've never really had a retirement plan. And as I told you in the last episode, I gave myself 4 quarters or 3/3. I divided my life into 3/3. The first 30 years, get everything done, right? Take every idea that you ever have, learn what you need to learn to bring it to life. And, kind of crazy. But, again, I recommend doing that. And part of that had to do with, of course, I was single for most of that time, all the way up until I was 30. But I got, a lot of crazy stuff done. A lot of great stuff done. A lot of exciting stuff done. In San Francisco, I had a best-selling guidebook, restaurant guide. Back when I was 27, founded the Bay City Guide in San Francisco, the Guide Publishing Group. My partner and I published 3 magazines. And one of them was the Rental Guide, and we did that twice a month. And we did pretty well for ourselves. But anyway, that's just as an example. So by the time I was 30, I was like, wow. My collective body of work was pretty freaking awesome. So then I had to commit, again to the next 30. So up to 60. 60 was great, and I did a weird celebration of my life. I had to add my life because people just read it and said celebration of life. they thought I had died or something, and kind of threw some people off. So, just celebration of my life. And I sent emails out to a lot of friends that I've known for a long time. I said, what do you, tell me some stories about me while I'm here. And I'll feature those at my party. Had an awesome party at our little house here. And it was great. And then, check this out. So this is before pandemic, before, Zooming became a thing. I Zoomed in any family members that wanted to Zoom in. I sent a link. And this was 4 years ago, back when, Zoom was just coming on the scene. Now, I also talked about in the last episode that, I'm not a, techie. But I think technology is pretty cool. And I use technology to create, to promote, and sustain my work. And it is part of that whole interest level that I have with being a creator, being an artist, being a writer. So anyway, let's dive right into, I'm going to dive right into what I wanted to feature. Last episode I talked about, who's a comedian? How do you know that you have the qualities to be a great comedian? And should intellectuals attempt to be comedians? Should comedians attempt to be intellectuals? What is funny? What is humorous? What is satire? I can consider myself a satirist. However, people have said, you're really funny. And I kind of look at it, yeah, but can I be funny and smart? Can I be smart and funny? If I had a choice between being funny and being smart, what would I choose? I don't know. I'd probably just choose to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Last time I featured, I've been sort of diving into AI. So I'm going to just sort of dive right into it because I've always wanted to try a comedy, but I could never convince myself to do it the way it should be done, the way it ought to be done. I'm always like, breaking the rules and cutting corners and faking it. So, even in Denver with Rabbit City Humor Magazine, I hid behind a persona. Buddy F. Yutzman, the publisher, and all these other bizarre characters. So I would have publishing parties, and people loved Buddy F. Yutzman. They loved the writing. They loved all the writers. And I was just the editor, right? That's the persona So I would be walking around, and people would say, well, is Buddy F. Yutzman here? I said, no, but I'm here, and so, thank you for coming, and, are you having a good time? Because, again, I'm the host. And I'd say, to maintain the illusion, I would tell people that, well, Buddy's, he got held up at the airport in Singapore or something. He's like this world traveler. So here's some samples of the covers for Rabbit City Humor Magazine. And so then, again, creating a little artist colony, but I always hid behind myself. I'm still hiding behind myself. I have like, all these personas. So this time around, I'm going to try and get as close to being my authentic self as I can. And again, I know it's a process. I'm processing, and, forgive me, I'm trying. So I'm going to do some comedy. And it's going to be great. And but as usual, I'm not going to do it the way you think I'm going to do it. I'm going to enlist my AI comedy team, and they're going to put together this little production for you. And it's going to be featured at the what I came up with. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm gonna take you to a comedy club right now, and it's the Concomitantly Comedy Showcase Club. And you're all invited to come to the club with me. And my AI comedian is going to do a joke. And this joke was written by yours truly. From my vast bank of jokes, I have booklets where I've written jokes. They're supposed to be jokes. Again, is satire jokey-ish? Anyway, so check this out. And then at the end, I'll come back, in a few minutes. And I'm going to have to edit. I'm going to have to splice this in because, I have to leave the studio. Then at the end, I'm going to show you how I did it, how I used AI to create this comedy showcase, concomitantly comedy showcase. And if you have to ask what concomitantly means, then I'm not sure what to tell you. Just crack open your dictionary and check it out. So anyway, this is the first ever stand-up comedy presented by yours truly, Raymond Quinton, and my AI comedian. I haven't come up with a name for my AI comedian, but I'm probably going to showcase these in every episode. So anyway, wait for it. So check this out. I'm going to need to cue up some sound of it. So cue up Comedy Club. Actually, no. All right, wait. I need to get in the car, go to the club, open the door, walk in, and there's going to be a crowd there. There's always a crowd there. People are going to be laughing and drinking. And so then, I'm going to be the host. Because, again, I'm not ready to do the actual comedy. So, I'll be the host. All right. So, anyway, here we are at the club. All right. Good body every morning. Welcome, everybody, to the first annual Concomitantly Comedy Showcase here at the Concomitantly Comedy Club. I'm glad that you all could make it. We have got a show for you this evening, and I see everybody's here. You're all looking fabulous, beautiful people. I love to see that. Oh, hey, you there? You're a beautiful, beautiful looking couple. What are you drinking there, buddy? And then Ninkasi? Triceratops IPA? I've heard about that. That's some kind of liberal beer. I heard about that. It's like a commie, socialist, radical beer, isn't it? I mean, that's what I've always heard, right? Microbrews. I feel like they drink in Portland. It's kind of a liberal thing. I imagine you've had a few of those tonight. So my guess is you're probably feeling like you want to go out and get it tonight. Get shit-faced on your radical liberal, communist, socialistic IPA, and then apply for graduate school or something. Yeah, I heard that's what happens in Portland. Yeah. You're probably going to want to teach, too. Probably going to teach. And, yeah. And then, a lot of those assholes up there end up getting, their doctorate degrees. Oh, man. Portland's just full of them. Anyway, all right. Enjoy yourself there, pal. All right. And as I said, you're all looking beautiful out there. Nice to see you. Welcome to the club. After our featured AI comedian, well, we are going to have some dancing here tonight. All right. So anyway, without further ado, give a big, warm round of applause to Leroy, our AI comedian. And he's going to throw down, just one joke tonight. But, we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back next time. So anyway, Leroy, take the showcase.
Horror Joke Collection 2024. Cussing. I grew up Catholic. I adhered to a loose set of Catholic rules. You know the routine. Church every day. Standing and kneeling. Make up shit for confession. No masturbation. the usual stuff. But the granddaddy of them all was, no cussing. I was told that if you cuss, you are not smart. Smart people had more words, but I liked cussing. I cussed often, mostly in my head though, except when going to confession. In confession, I usually took the gloves off. It was my safe space. 9 out of 10 confession sessions I confessed to cussing, and I loved it. Forgive me, Father, I would say, for I have sinned. I cut my mouth and sniggered to myself. You again. What now? Is, I'm sure, what the priest was thinking. I pause for effect. Then I blurted out. I said fuck yesterday. Asshole the day before and motherfucker. Just before I came in here, Father. And it's fucking with my head. There was silence. Then I heard a clearly audible sigh of great disappointment. Then my punishment came with little fanfare. 4,500 Hail Marys. 6 dozen Our Fathers. Then a curt, get out. As I got older, right around 3rd grade, I decided I could no longer keep my vast library of cuss words to myself. They needed to get out in a big way. So I decided I would really flex my cussing muscle. Shock and dismay was the only thing that could satisfy this urge. I decided that I would completely and unquestioningly defy the Catholic cussing rules. I was very frustrated. The nuns were so quiet and weirdly polite. I needed to breathe some life into our 3rd grade classroom. One day in math class, Sister Mary, Judy, Beth, Francesca asked the class what 10 times 10 was. My hand shot up. She chose me. I stood up and calmly, matter-of-factly, said, fuck plus as equals fuck all. There were screams, gasps, clambering under desks, fetching of the ruler and paddle, as Sister Mary, Judy, Beth, Francesca grabbed me by the ear, bent me over her lap, and wailed away on my ass. I doubled down. Pussy, fuck, dick, bitch, ass, motherfuckers, I screamed. I was dispatched to Monsignor Kyogan's office, dragged into the rectory by 2 5th grade god warriors with buzz cuts and fake tattoos of Jesus on stage, with the Rolling Stones on one arm, and cuss and go to hell, now on the other. They were serious. They shoved me into a chair in front of the Monsignor. The Monseigneur was grey all over. Grey skin, grey hair, grey eyes, skin like grey parchment paper. He grimaced at me. I couldn't take my eyes off the seemingly mile-long grey hairs protruding from his nostrils. I think you could sweep the floor with them. Now, you're a fine young negro lad, he said, in his thick Irish accent. What's come over ye now, laddie? Spittle shot everywhere. Even the altar thugs ducked and wiped the mouth shut off their faces and screamed gross, gross, gross. I stared, defiant at Monsignor, then launched into my tirade. Fuck, ass, bitch, pussy, cunt, dick, clit, pecker, twit, shit, piss. Lock him in the church. The Monsignor yelled. His minions grabbed me and dragged me to the church. I could be heard cussing the entire way. Father Frank, a young, bookish newbie, priest passed me in the hallway. Dismayed, he ran to the Monsignor and asked, what was that all about? We've got another motherfucking piss out. Little pig fucker, who figured out that fucking cussing actually feels so fucking good that we have to keep fucking trying to contain it. You make sure that little fucker is reprogrammed. I don't care how much holy water or god wafers it takes. Take care of it. Can we contain this? Father Frank said. Concerned, Monsignor shook his head and said, I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so, Father. Oh god damn it all.
All right. Is that ain't a man? You know, our AI comedian. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Our house comedian, Leroy. AI comedian here from Comedy Showcase. So anyway, we're gonna head back over to the studio because we need to finish up this episode. And So, I'm going to head out, get back out in the car, start it up. And it's a Maserati because, I've been taking care of some things. Got a little money. A Maserati. Let's see what. We'll go back to the studio. All right, coming in the studio. All right. Okay, let me turn the camera back on. Hey! Welcome back, everybody. All right, you see what I'm saying? All right. I just don't know if I could do it comedy. I'm not comfortable yet doing it the way it's supposed to be done yet. But you'll get to see how I did that, and it's kind of fun. So we're going to do one of those. I may, next episode bust out, in a... right here, before your eyes. So, let me go ahead and, because that's like... We're already going to be like 45 minutes in the intro by the time. But, so let me go ahead and introduce the video log. So, we started out in Portland, 6,000 miles. Went through Wyoming, Nebraska, and I talked a little bit about being from the Midwest. But, and here's the thing. Our family's a bit of an anomaly. We're not your typical American family. We're, multicultural, multilingual, because my dad grew up in Puerto Rico, spoke Spanish. And so our perspective of America and the world is informed by that. We traveled a lot as a military family, as a lot of military families do. And my mom's Jamaican, father's from the Virgin Islands. And so there's, some interesting cultural stuff there. So I talk a little bit about that, as sort of this program, this series evolves, but not in this episode. So I went through the Midwest, and again, I'm trying to be open and honest about my impressions of the Midwest. And I will say that a few years ago, after I left and went to San Francisco, I did do, and this is after I was well established in San Francisco as a publisher and had a lot of access because we published visitor guides, so I had a lot of access. I was doing a lot of things I never thought I would ever find myself doing. So I decided to do a photography tour of the Midwest to see if I could capture some of the nuance, the visual nuance. I also visited Kevin then too, and some of my regular friends that I've been visiting, for 35, 40 years. So here's a little photo montage of that visit with some notes. And then I'm just gonna segue you right into the video log where I'm in Lawrence. I made it to Lawrence. Man, what a drive. I thought Wyoming and Nebraska would never end. Made it to Lawrence. Monique and you had a great time together. I got to stay with Griff. I had my friend Cindy on her ranch. And then we prepared for the event, which is a 1-hour event at the historic Pacific Union that we rented, Pacific Union's depot, downtown Lawrence, Kansas. And next episode is probably going to be pretty easy because I want to do some slight editing, but I want to broadcast that entire episode because my Party Like a Writer presentation, there's dancing, there's talking, there's singing, there's, again, it's kind of free form, there's a lot of ideas. And so I'm just going to, sort of segue you into the video logs and Lawrence, and I'm going to end with a little montage of how I did the AI comedy showcase featuring Leroy, my AI comedian. So anyway, enjoy the show, everyone, and then I'll see you next episode. Thanks again for joining me for another exciting episode. Party Like a Writer, Half World Tour, Blackjack Kerouac, Magical Literary Mystery Tour 2024, and I'll see you next episode. I'm gonna record a little bit too. Okay, so Monique is recording her. And
let me see if I can get myself in it.
Okay, so here we are. It's August 9th.
Yep,
9th,
Wednesday.
2023.
2023.
Okay, I just arrived at her house. I made it.
Still going. Yep, still going.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you.
It's been a year already, or close to a year. Too long.
It's like you never left.
I know.
That's how it always is. It's like we just saw each other yesterday.
So this is the Lawrence. Okay,
This is the vegetable omelet.
Okay, this is from Big Biscuit, the local eatery.
Yep, you can get a T-shirt with 2 big biscuits on it if you want.
I like
or
that.
the pants.
Okay, there's Monique. She got breakfast brunch for us. Is that a chicken
the waffle and chicken.
Oh, well,
whoever wants a little bit of that.
I might have a little chunk of
this
chicken.
This is what you ordered. Let's see if it meets your specification.
Oh yeah.
Look at that biscuit!
See, I knew it was more than a biscuit. Whoa!
I've never ordered a biscuit.
Hold on.
I always get
Look
toast.
at the size of that. Oh man,
it's huge.
It's as big as my hand.
Oh my gosh!
So compare. Bigger than a quarter. And almost as big as my hand. So that's like the jumbo biscuit.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're gonna have dinner now, or a brunch now. Chat it up, and all right, it's event day. Boom! We're here at the Pacific Union Depot in Lawrence, Kansas. We rented out a little room for my Party Like a Writer event in the evenings. There's the flyer, and there's the building. There's Monique. She's going inside. We're gonna get a lay of the land and see what's going on here. But oh man, look at this place. This is fantastic. And my guess is we're gonna be the only ones here tonight. So it's setup time.
Yeah. I didn't see any car, but there is somebody's back there.
All right, everybody, as I promised, this is a quick primer on AI, text-to-speech voice. First of all, of course, it's new technology, so, you know, there's hundreds of them that pop up when you do a Google search. And I'm researching a few right now because I do want to pay for the one that I can use to translate my books. So for this episode, I used TTS Maker, and it's a free service. So again, the more you pay, of course, the higher the quality, the translation. But the one that I chose was just fine, and they give you a certain amount of free usage, you know, for the month. So I've been testing them out, and you get a bank of voices. And here, let me show you some of the voices. So this is my joke cussing. 20 joke collection 2024. Here's the different voices. There's female, there's male. I'll tell you the one that I really liked, but it wouldn't cuss. Let's see if I can find it. Here's Peter. Let's do an example.
TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech tool that provides speech synthesis services.
Wasn't Peter.
TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech tool.
TTS Maker is a free text.
TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech. TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech tool that provides
I really
speech
like
synthesis
Mason,
services.
so I'm going to go ahead and convert the story. But the problem with Mason was he wouldn't cuss. So apparently whoever his voice, they're emulating. There's some kind of background variable that says, do not cuss. But here's the translation of the joke. And this one you can do, like 3,000 words.
PLAR, Joke Collection 2024. Cussing.
So here's Mason.
I grew up Catholic.
TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech tool that provides speech synthesis service.
Hold on. So I have to translate it with Mason. I've selected Mason. I gotta do 3, 4, 4, 8. 3, 4, 4. If you're just doing short things, this is great because then you can just do the short thing, convert it, and then use it, like I did in the video. So here's this kind of a raspy sort of a voice guy, Mason, the bearded dude here. Okay, here we go.
PLAR Joke Collection 2024. Cussing. I grew up Catholic. I adhere to a loose set of Catholic rules. You know the routine. Church every day. Standing and kneeling. Make up for confession. No masturbation. The usual stuff. But the granddaddy of them all is no cussing.
Alright, so anyway, there's a bunch of them. Accents. So this is to use it for free, you just have to sign up. So again, depends on, and then of course language. Here's all the languages. So if I want to do German with Odwin, convert it, 3, 4, 4, 6, 4, 6, convert it. And again, AI, the conversions, I believe, are fairly accurate. I mean, again, so there's advantages and disadvantages, and you can also control the speed.
PLAR Joke Collection 2024. Cussing. I grew up Catholic. I adhere to a loose set of Catholic rules. You know the routine. Church every day. Standing and kneeling.
It's not
Make
German.
up shit for confession. No masturbation. The usual stuff. But the granddaddy of them all no cussing.
So it didn't translate
that if you cuss,
but
you
it's
are not smart.
German accent. So.
Smart people have more work.
At any rate, so that's one. Here is another. Now, here's the advice that I can give. A lot of these sites, there's so many of them, they're charging by the character. And they want you to do monthly subscriptions. I can already say right now, never do a monthly subscription because they'll want you to pay for the entire year up front, most of them. And even if you do get a monthly subscription, once you run out of characters, you can't use it anymore. So what's the point? So the ones that I'm looking at will probably be paying for like 1 million characters. It's about $300-400. I could do a couple of books. And then here's one, Flex Clip. You do have to register to convert it, but they'll do like a small sample. Let's do it. But this one will have like a lot more voices. Yeah, see, they want you to register, so I don't really want to register to test it. Because then, again, you can register for free. It just depends on what you want to do. So the one, and here, there's TTS Maker. That's the one I use. And IBM has one. Here's Play HT. They want to do monthly. Forget about it. And there's all kinds of limitations. Here's 11 Labs, which it's $11 a month. Forget about it. I think I want to find the one that I landed on that was, and these, look at all these. There's so many different voices. This is Dubverse. Let's see, product. Pricing. They have a lot of speakers. Sometimes they show the pictures of the speakers, whether they're real or not. It doesn't really matter to me. My hope is that somebody's getting paid for using their voice, but I worry about the things I can control. AI dubbing, subtitling, speech gen. So let's look at this. Yeah, speech gen IO. Let's see, generate speech. Again, some of them are really high quality. So this is a 500K pack. So this is $49 for 500,000 characters. Or 1 million characters standard. So, this looks promising. Buy with a card. Get it done. You don't have to do the month to month. And I believe this one has some really high quality voices. Yeah, here's, some samples. They have the amateur, they have the...
Convert text to speech with modern neural networks. Use it for work, video editing.
Here's Angel.
Convert text to speech with modern neural...
Here's Iron.
Convert text to speech with modern neural networks.
Here's Jane.
Convert text to speech with modern neural networks.
Here's Christopher.
Convert text to speech with modern neural network.
And here's Sarah.
Convert text to speech with modern neural networks.
So, and then as I said, as I mentioned, look for the ones that'll give you up to 1 million characters for the least amount of, for the lowest price, single pay. No month to month. Because this technology is all going to change within a couple of months. So anyway, that's my little primer on IO. And then there's still just a huge process of the production on your audio, and so I'll get into that a little bit later as I get into the process of converting my first book. So anyway, there you go. Thanks again, everybody. See you next time.
No one ever
Okay,
really
I did find the one that I really like. Natural readers. Here's Davis.
Good evening. We have a packed show for you, including new developments in the economy and an in-depth analysis of the latest international stories that you will want to know.
But great voices. Here's Jane.
I still get nightmares. In fact, I get them so often I should be used to them by now.
Here's Tony.
I can't wait to see where life takes me in the years to come. Every day.
Here's Sarah.
What sunshine is to flowers, smiles are to humanity. These are but trifles, to be sure, but scattered along life's pathway,
and of course,
the good
you
they
can
do is
select your
inconceivable.
language. You've got your UK. There's Ryan.
Good evening. I'll be your anchor for tonight's broadcast.
And then let's look at the pricing on Natural Reader. I kind of forgot. So let's go to next. For personal use. And okay, so I think this is the free one. And then if you do professional, but the voices are pretty amazing. And then you can control the speed. I think I really like this one. But let's see if I can find the pricing here. MP3. So they generate MP3s. Again, you want high quality conversion. Natural Reader. Start for free, and then of course you can upgrade. So what's the upgrade? Online app, drag and drop files, mobile app, Chrome extension, AI voice generator, chat, edu for students and teachers. But you see the quality of the voices, and this is free for students and teachers. Again, there's a lot of academic applications and publishing applications is what I'm most interested in. So Natural Reader. So I'm going to check this one out a little bit more. I know there's a cost somewhere, but I'm not seeing it right now. So it says you get started for free, and there's a bunch of voices, and then there's no pricing, and it's going to be by the character in most cases. EDU personal reader, individual plans. Oh, here we go. Looks like start free, AI plus. What does AI plus mean? There's no pricing. That's always a bad sign. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig into it. But I thought that the quality was really good for free service, personal reader, EDU group plans, commercial. Okay, let's... Yeah, it's always weird when they don't put pricing in.
Did you know you can create voiceover using Natural Reader AI technology? Convert text into audio.
Okay, yeah, that's all fine. I just need the price. So, let's just say you get started for free. Then they want you to sign up. So that's a bit sneaky. I'm not liking that. But again, the quality's good, so I'll take it. I'll go all the way through with free use. And so the next concomitantly comedy voice will come from natural readers. I'm going to bookmark it here. Audiobooks. And look, there's Anthony. Let's hear Anthony. Okay, alright, there's no sample. Alright, but it's pretty freaking cool. Again, as I said, you can either, like, you know, sit around going, oh, AI's coming, you know, that my old black dude voice. Oh, woe's me, you know, it's the end of the world and everything. Oh, you know, I don't need to know nothing. I don't need to do nothing. Or, you know, come on, man, find a way to apply it to push your creative works out somehow. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm here to help. All right. Thanks so much. See you next episode.